G'day guys, it's product review time on MXTV, and today we're looking at the new Thor Reflex Sport helmet. Now this is a brand new helmet that they brought out in 2024 and we've been testing it for the last probably 3 months now, going on 4 months. So done a little bit of riding in it so we can get used to it. Now this is a review on my thoughts of the helmet. If you want to know all the technical side of the helmet, I'm sure there's websites you can look up or there's other reviews that you might want to look at. But if you want to know what it feels like on top of my head as an old man riding around in the bush, I'll be able to give you my thoughts on the helmet. I've been wearing helmets for good on 40 odd years now, so a long time, and I've been testing a lot of helmets in the mixed. Now, this helmet, as I said, this is their top of the range helmet. Some of the things that really stand out for me is it's got some good venting on it as well. There's a few vents coming through the top and through the front of the helmet, and there's a few vents that are drawing that hot air out. Now it's very important not to just have vents at the front of the helmet, you want it at the back of the helmet so it's drawing that air out of the helmet. You need the hot air getting out and the cold air coming in, and this helmet seems to do quite a good job. I've worn it in the cold and also in the hot as well, so it's worked in both ways. Now I say this about every helmet review that I do, but certainly spend as much as you can on your head. It's a one part of your body that is very hard to fix. Now doctors can fix almost anything else on our body, but not our head. So let's keep that safe and do the best job we can and get the best helmet we can. Now this is one that's really in the mix, because for a baseline of about $450, $500, this helmet has a lot of safety features. One being MIPS. Now MIPS is in all high-end helmets out there at the moment. Obviously it's a system that's going to have a little bit of friction so that you can get a bit of rotational forces out of your head so that you don't knock it as hard, and it's safe for you. The other safety feature this helmet has is a in-house system that looks a little bit like honeycomb. If you see on the inside of the helmet, it's green, it looks honeycomby type thing. It's called Coroid. This is a system that Thor's been using for the last few years in their helmets, and I don't mind it. If you actually put your hand in there and feel it, it's going to take away that initial small bump that you're going to have, and sometimes can really upset you. So this will take in that initial bump, and then they've got obviously the EPS lining that'll take in the harder hits. But that's another good safety feature this helmet has. Weight wise, well, this helmet's got a little bit of weight to it, but if you look at all the helmets that are coming out, and even those established companies, they're bringing out helmets that are going to weigh a little bit more. Why is that? Because they've got to abide by the 22.06 rule, which means they've got to take in a few more hits now, so there might be a bit of extra material going into all the helmets. But as I said, it feels heavy when you pick it up, but when you put it on your head, it's got this funny feeling of it's a bit tighter on your cheeks, which isn't a bad thing. That'll break in quite easily. It's broken in now for me. When I first put it on, it was quite tight around the cheeks. I don't mind that, but it's got a bit of a loose feeling at the back of the head, which isn't too bad. It's just different to other helmets. It still feels balanced on your head, which is great. Quite comfortable to wear as well. Long days, I've had long days in the saddle with this helmet. It's been fine for me. I find if I've got extra heavy or heavier helmets on, I do get a little bit of that, you guys know it, that head shake from when your head's been shaking around. You get a bit of a headache from it. So this has been fine. I like the colorways that this helmet comes in. It looks great with the gear that they've got these days. Of course, the peak is a shear off peak as well. It's got the studs in it that shear off. So all in all, for the price that this helmet's at, as I said, I think under $500 here in Australia, it's a great little helmet to go out and have a look and put on your head and try out. The eye port on the new Thor helmet is quite large, so it'll accommodate any of the modern goggles that we've got today. It's nothing worse than when you get a helmet home and you can't fit your goggles in it. The lining comes out and gets washed, which is great. And the lining, as I said, quite comfortable too. So if you want to look at a premium helmet that's under $500, go out and check out the new Thor Reflex Sport, something that should be on your list to have a look at.